Ranking statistically the best female Yu-Gi-Oh protagonist. Let's watch.
So far in the Yu-Gi-Oh anime series, we have had 6 series. We have had Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters, Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal, Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains. And probably sometime in the future, we'll get more.
Wait, really? This is from 6 years ago. Yeah, we have 2 more now. At least 2 that I know. I don't know.
These series tends to follow a typical formula for how they create their main cast of characters. Usually, they always have a main protagonist, they have a main rival, they have a main villain, and they also have a main leading lady to some degree. And so far, we have done a video on statistically who is the best main character, main rival, and for today's video I thought, statistically, who is the best main female protagonist in Yu-Gi-Oh? The way we're going to determine who is the main female protagonists of the series is typically who is, for the most part, the closest allies to the main crew. So what we're going to be doing in today's video to work out who is statistically the best female protagonist, we're going to be finding out how many wins each of these characters have had, how many losses, how many draws, how many DNFs. If you don't know what DNF stands for, it stands for did not finish. Basically, it means their duel got interrupted. We're going to see how many duels overall they have played. We're going to take the wins, we're going to take the losses, smash those two together, and we're going to see who percentage-wise is the best. We're then going to do a score-based thing to sort of punish those that had a lot of duels but had a lot of losses. Now, I've had a bit of feedback over these last 2 videos. Prior to this, I was giving 3 points for a win, 1 point for a draw, and 0 points for a loss. With this new system,
the rules are like
-1 point for a loss. I guess it's kind of like a rank system in games. As you win, you go up by 3 points, so you go up higher, but every time you lose, you drop down a little bit. So this is how you can fall out of your like platinum ranks and things like that. So I think that makes sense. We're going to try a -1 on the duel score part of this video, and then what I'm going to do with those 3 results, we're going to work out who is statistically overall the very best by allocating some points. We'll get to that a little bit further down the video. So the question now becomes, who are our main 6 female protagonists?
I feel like that's an easy question. I already know, Chad, don't worry. I watched the anime. I know Thea is like undefeated. It's a meme, basically. She only had like 2 duels, right? 2 on-screen duels, which is the one against Mai and the one against the penguin guy, right? And she won those 2 times. And I'm pretty sure the one with Mai technically doesn't count, but for this specific video, it counts. Like, technically she won because Mai could have won, but she surrendered, so yeah. That's, or I don't remember if she surrendered, but like, she basically let Thea win, so 100% win rate, 100% win rate. I don't know about the other ones though.
Well, I'll just say them outright right now. For Duel Monsters, we have Taya Gardner. For Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, we have Alexis Rhodes. For Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, we have Akiza Izaniski. For Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal, we have Tori Meadows.
Ooh.
For Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5, we have Yuzu Hiragi. And for Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains, we have Blue Angel.
Justice for Blue Angel, or Blue Girl,
so now
or whatever.
I hear a couple of you already typing that maybe not all of these characters should be classed as the main female protagonists, just based on how much they dueled throughout the series. So what I've done is I've created a bonus 6.
Oh my god, what? Who are these people? No, I'm just kidding. I actually never seen this one, but I've seen the other ones. My duels more, definitely, yeah. Who's claiming that Blair here deserves to be here? Like, let's be honest here. Who's actually saying that Blair should be here? I think she only dueled like twice, and she lost both times. So I don't know.
Not that many female characters in Yu-Gi-Oh! Not gonna lie, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is kind of a boys' club.
Yeah.
Based on these statistics as well. We're gonna find out a little bit later. But for the bonus section, I have created kind of a... They're kind of the female rivals kind of thing. They're the more edgy ones for the most part. So
okay, that makes sense to me.
For the Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters series, we also have My Valentine. For Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, we have Blair Flanagan. For Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, we have Luna. For Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal, we have Dextra. For Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5, we have Selena, because out of all the Yuzu girls, she was kind of the most active. And for Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains, we have Emma, aka Ghost Girl. But we're going to stick with the main cast. So this is going to be the main female protagonist section first. Let's
replace Blair with Yubel? What? Yeah, I don't think that makes sense for more than one reason.
Find out who is the very best out of all of these. Or to be more accurate, let's find out which isn't the worst. Let's start with Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters, Taya Gardner.
Don't worry. You'll do it. Just remember your friends believe in you.
Thanks.
So Taya Gardner, not typically remembered very much for her dueling ability. In fact, some people might be saying, did she duel? I remember her dueling Crump. That was her big breakout moment. She got the Dark Magician girl out. Did she duel after that? Well, actually, yeah, she did. She had 3 duels throughout the entire Yu-Gi-Oh! Series. She dueled against Joey in like the first or second episode.
That was off screen.
Like, without holograms. It was just sort of a, hey Joey, I beat you because you don't know how to play the game yet. So that's 1 win. She beat My Valentine because Mai let her win at the very last minute so that, I think it was so that she could give her some star chips for Yu-Gi-Oh! I think it was. That's another win she got, I guess, if that counts. And the final win she got was a legit one against Crump. Overall, she had 3 duels, 3 wins, 0 draws, 0 DNFs. That gives Taya Gardner a 100% win ratio.
She's the strongest duelist, what can I say? She's just the best. We were talking statistically, she's the best. There's nothing that can be said anymore. That's it. That's it.
Oh my god. Legit, Taya Gardner, out of all of the characters we've done in all the past videos,
the queen of games. No, actually, yeah.
Only one to have a 100% win ratio. The only other person that could have had a 100% win ratio was Yusaku Fujiki, but the only reason he didn't was because he had some flashback duels where he lost, and in my categories, flashback duels count. I don't care how young you are, you lost, it was on screen. Taya Gardner, 100% win ratio. Congrats, Taya. Next up, Yu-Gi-Oh! GX's Alexis Rhodes.
I work hard, and I play even harder. That's why I won. Luck is a loser's excuse.
Alexis Rhodes.
So true.
Fantastic
So true.
character.
Preach.
She had 52 duels throughout
What?
Yu-Gi-Oh! GX.
What? 52? What? I only seen her like do like what, like 5 times I think. What do you mean 52? Where are these duels coming from? What is this? Where? When? The Society of Light arc, maybe? What is this? 52? Like, I cannot imagine more than 10. I only remember 5, and I cannot imagine more than 10, dude. What?
Series. She didn't actually have 52 on-screen duels.
On
it seems
screen?
like Yu-Gi-Oh! GX characters get a lot of off-screen sort of mentions about how many times they dueled. I guess it's something to do with the school and the amount of tournaments that they had, so they need to do this. But she had 31 off-screen duels during the Gen X tournament, and it was stated that she won all of them.
Okay, see, that's what I mean. 31 off-screen. Yeah.
So, because of this, Alexis Rhodes has 40 wins, 6 losses, 5 draws, and 1 DNF. This means that overall, Alexis Rhodes has a very impressive 86.96% win ratio, which is actually
huge.
really, really good. Yeah, I like Alexis. I think that's a good score. Cyber Angels for the win. Next, Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's Akiza Izuniski.
I'm the Black Rose, and I synchro summon Black Rose Dragon!
Now, I was
Very
going to
cool,
that,
yes.
I'm pretty sure I keep throwing an extra syllable on her last name. I'm saying Izuniski, but it's just Izinski, right? I like Izuniski more. I don't know why. I'm just going to keep saying it like that because it's just drilled into my head. Akiza
What? That's
had
not her
14
name.
duels throughout the Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D story. Out of those 14 duels, she had 6 wins, 3 losses, 0 draws, but 5 DNFs.
Wow, that's a lot.
And out of her 3 losses, she only lost to Yusei again, and then to Andre, which was the Team Unicorn guy. So overall, Akiza had a 66.67%
6-7.
ratio, which isn't too bad. It's not too bad. It's pretty good. Next, Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal's Tori Meadows.
Who to duel today?
You mean who to lose to today?
What's that supposed to mean?
Tori Meadows, not someone you really associate with dueling, and interestingly, going from Taya Gardner, who had a perfect 100%
I'm scared.
win ratio,
Is this a 0%?
Tori had 5 duels throughout the Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal series. Out of those 5 duels, she had 0 wins.
Yeah.
4 losses, no draws, and 1 DNF. Which means Tori Meadows is the only character today and throughout this entire series we've done so far to have a 0% win ratio.
Yeah, wow, this is unbelievable, honestly. Wow. And I thought like Blue Girl had it hard.
Another thing to mention about Tori Meadows and how she kind of got shafted throughout the Yu-Gi-Oh series is the fact that she's never had a one-on-one duel. Every single one of her duels, she's had a companion sort of with her. It was never really stated if Tori was a bad duelist or she just never really got involved, but it's a classic case of a non-active character. 0% win ratio, gutted Tori. Next, Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5's Yuzu Hiragi.
Alright then. You want to treat me like a villain?
Zuzu Boyle?
Exactly what I'll be!
By the way, just for a bit of clarification, I'm saying the names based on the dub or sub version that I typically watched. For example, GX I watched dub, that's why I call her Alexis Rhodes. Whereas Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5 I watched the sub, that's why I call her Yuzu Hiragi rather than Zuzu Boyle, I think it is.
Okay. You know that last time we watched a video about this and we were talking about how we shouldn't criticize the creator for using either sub or dub names. But in this case, it actually bores me a little bit that he sometimes uses the dub name and sometimes the sub. Now, the inconsistency is what bores me a little bit. Like, I'm not gonna go into the comments and be mean or whatever. It doesn't matter, right? I'm just saying that it's a thing that it kind of, I don't know. I hear the English name of Zuzu Boyle, mainly the first name. Whatever, dude. I don't know. I don't think it matters. I think what bores me is like the inconsistency.
But I put the English names down here anyway if anyone gets confused. Yuzu, she played 14 duels throughout Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5. She had 9 wins, 3 losses, 0 draws, and 2 DNFs. I'm a little bit sad about this one because Yuzu had a lot of potential because she is one of the focal characters in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5 story. The 4 main characters and the 4 female characters sort of intertwined in the main plot of the story. They're so important with each other that the fact that Yuzu has only played 14 duels is such a shame. Yuzu was a really good character because she was an active protagonist in the story.
I like
she
that.
went out and she improved throughout the story. For example, she got wrecked by a fusion user and then she asked that person for advice and tips.
There's
and
no way.
I think Sora gave her her first polymerization card, so she was able to adapt and increase the power of her deck. And then at some point during the story, she just became a damsel in distress and disappeared.
Dude, that is so sad. That sounds like a cool character, honestly. Like, I want to see more stuff like that, but then they ruin it. Why does Yu-Gi-Oh! Hate women?
So, yeah, she got shafted in that. But overall, she had a 75% win ratio, which isn't too bad, but pretty good. And for the most recent Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrain series, we have Aoi Zaizen, aka Blue Angel, aka Blue Girl, aka Blue Maiden. She went for a few aliases throughout the series.
Thanks, guys! And best believe I won't let you down!
Okay.
So Blue Angel, she played 10 duels throughout Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains, which isn't actually that bad. She got quite a few duels considering how short the series was. She's almost on par with how many duels Revolver had, but out of those 10 duels, she had 5 wins and she had 5 losses, but she had 0 draws and 0 DNFs, which gives her a 50% win ratio.
You know
so
what?
I'm going to go
Sure.
on to now their overall score. So let's see how they did. Who was the best out of all these?
Yeah,
The
I wonder
thing
who's the
I'm gonna rank
best.
them on is total amount of duels. I like this one because it shows that they were willing to go out there, get some duels, get some screen time, and risk their win-loss ratio. In first place is Alexis Rhodes with 52 duels. These are a
Wow.
little bit inflated due to just off-screen mentions of wins. In second place is Yuzu Hiragi with 14 duels. In third place is Akiza Izuniski with also 14 duels. But the reason
Izuniski.
why I put her in third is because Akiza had a few more DNFs than Yuzu. So I think the fact that Yuzu was able to finish more duels means that she should be higher up on the
Sure,
list.
dude.
So yeah, I think that's fair. In fourth is Blue Angel with 10 duels. In fifth is Tori Meadows with 5 duels. And in sixth is Taya Gardner with only 3 duels. That was the total.
That
amount
might
of duels.
actually
Let's
make
move
an
on
impact.
next to the win percentage. And of course, the person in first place who just came in last for the least amount of duels is Taya Gardner with 100% win ratio. Oh my god. In second is Alexis Rose with an 86.96% win ratio. In third is Yuzu Hiragi with a 75% win ratio. In fourth is Akiza Izaniski with a 66.67% win ratio. In fifth is Blue Angel with a 50% win ratio. And in last place is Tori Meadows with a abysmal 0% win ratio. I find it very hard to call Tori Meadows a duelist with these scores. It's just so bad. So the next thing we're going to be rating them on is their duel score. Again, the way this works, 3 points for a win, 1 point for a draw, minus
Wait, there might
for a
not be
loss.
first
So,
then.
in first place is Alexis with 119 duel score points. In second is
I think
Yuzu
Alexis is gonna be the
with
number
24
one.
duel score. In third is Akiza with 15 duel score. In fourth is Blue
Yeah,
Angel
Alexis is
with
number
10
one
duel
then.
score. In fifth
Interesting.
is Taya Gardner with a 9 duel score. And in last, Tori Meadows with a -4. Oh, cuts deep. So then, by looking at the positionings of where people came in those last 3 little leaderboards, we're going to give them points now. First place gets this, second place gets this. You can see all the points
Alexis
here.
appearing to series. I don't think we're counting that, right? I don't think we're counting that.
And this will give us a final total for the characters. The 6th best is Tori Meadows from Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal. In 5th place is Blue Angel from Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains with 11 points. In 4th place is Taya Gardner from Duel Monsters with 15 points. In 3rd with the bronze is Akiza Izaniski from Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds with 16 points. With the silver in 2nd is Yuzu Hiragi from Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5 with 22 points. And finally, with the gold at number 1 is Alexis Rhodes from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX with 28 points. So there you go, guys. Those are statistically the positions of how well all of these main female protagonists did in their respective Yu-Gi-Oh! Series. A little thing to think about as well, based on this result, the fact that we didn't have a female rival or a female main protagonist. I feel like we should get one of them eventually at some point. I'd love it if the new series had one of these. Mix up the formula a little bit. I don't know, do something a bit different, could be good. Okay then, now for the second set of female protagonists. The only reason I felt like I can get away with doing just a second set is because there's so little female representation that I could kind of get away with this, because Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters, we only have one other person to go with this one, and that is Mai Valentine. Mai had 19 duels, 9 wins, 7 losses, 0 draws, 3 DNFs. This gives her a awful 56.25% win ratio.
We were robbed.
It's not very good. Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, we only have Blair Flanagan.
There is no other woman in this? I don't think there is, right? I don't think there is. I'm thinking of GX right now. Is there another, like, female duelist? I don't think there is. That's crazy.
Think of any other main female protagonists in the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX series. Blair Flanagan had 6 duels. She had 2 wins, 3 losses, 0 draws, 1 DNF. She had a 40% win ratio. Luna from Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, keep in mind that she was one of the...
Other than Alexis' best friends. Yeah, but they weren't duel. I know technically all of them were duelists because they were in the academy, but I don't think they even dueled once on screen.
As well. She only played 6 duels, and out of those 6 duels, she only had 2 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw, 2 DNFs. This gave her a 66.67% win ratio. For Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal...
Well, Alexis. Well, I know, I'm sorry, I know you're late here, but yeah, we were talking about Alexis before, and then someone else, aside from obviously Alexis and Blair, right? Who else?
Away from Tori Meadows, I did have a few options for this one. We had Kathy Catherine, Anna Kaboom, and Dextra. Kathy Catherine I didn't want to use because she lost every single one of her duels as well. I think she did have a 0% duel ratio. But I went to go with Dextra instead. She had 6 duels, she had 2 wins, she had 3 losses, she had 0 draws, she had 1 DNF. That's a 40% win ratio, and that's still not very good.
Oh, you're
Next,
right,
for
Quillen.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5, I went with Selena. Selena had 16 duels, she had 13 wins, 2 losses, 0 draws, 1 DNF, giving her an 86.67% win ratio, which, if you compare to Yuzu, she's actually better. Selena was better than Yuzu in nearly every single way. She had more duels, more wins, less DNFs, less losses.
It's almost like she was a real character.
Yeah, well done, Selena. That was pretty good. And finally, for Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains, this is the one I was most upset about. I used Emma Bisho, aka Ghost Girl. Ghost Girl's my favorite female character in Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I just think she's a badass. And she's quite an active character. She sort of manipulates the plot to where she wants it. But in terms of her dueling ability, she's playing Altergeists, by the way, guys. She had 5 duels altogether, which is a bit low, but how did she do? She had 1 win and 4
Could
losses,
be worse.
giving her
Will be
an
worse.
abysmal, awful, terrible score of 20% win ratio. Ghost Girl, no. So as a little bonus, here is everyone's win percentage, and this is their overall win percentage. I can't believe
Oh, even after that, Tori Meadows is like 0%.
work out the overall total scores, but you could probably work it out from this. There's the win percentage, and that's what you can go on if you really want to. But guys, that was statistically the best female protagonist in Yu-Gi-Oh! And it turns out it's Alexis Rhodes, which I'm actually okay with that. She was a really good duelist. I thought she was good. She had an arc throughout the series as well. Cool. But honestly, I really do want to open up a discussion about female representation in Yu-Gi-Oh! Because, yeah, I don't mind female characters as a bit of fan service. That's
What?
cool. But every now and then, just give me one badass female character. And I'd actually be really happy with a female main character for one series. Will they ever do that? Probably not, but I really hope they do. Or mix it up a little bit. The main female rival, the Seto Kaiba of the respective series, is a female. Or maybe the overarching main villain is a female. Just do something different. But yeah, I'm going to pose that question to all of you. I'd love to get a discussion going in the comment section below. But let me know what you thought of this video. What did you think of the scores? Who do you personally think is the best with your personal biases based on their deck and just how much you like them and stuff? Let me know in the comment section below. But other than that though, guys, thank you all for watching and catch you later.
Oh yeah, sure. Why not? I feel like we definitely don't have female representation in the first ones. Yeah, I know technically there is a female protagonist. There is 2 protagonists or something, right? So yeah, awesome. It would be cool to see like a female best friend or female main antagonist and stuff like. I don't know. I don't know what's going on in the newest ones. But yeah, hopefully we get better at that. I know in the manga, the OCG manga is also like they have that, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. As always, you know, interesting video. Cool to see the stats. I love that. So yeah.